Here's something wild. You're probably more productive at 3 p.m. than 9 a.m., but nobody told you. And that app you're using to stay organized, it's actually making you 40% less efficient. I spent 6 months reverse engineering the productivity algorithm that big tech doesn't want you to know about. And what I found will completely change how you work. Stay until the end because I'm dropping a free tool that automates this entire system. Let's be real for a second. Show of hands, how many browser tabs do you have open right now? If you said more than 10, you're not alone. The average corporate worker switches between apps 200 times per day. That's not a typo, 1,200. But here's the thing nobody's talking about. Your brain isn't broken, you're not lazy, you're not even procrastinating. Well, maybe a little, but that's not the real problem. The real problem is that we're using Industrial Revolution productivity hacks in an algorithm age. Think about it. Every productivity system you've ever learned, time blocking, the Pomodoro technique, even that cute little planner you bought on Amazon, they were all designed for a world that doesn't exist anymore. Our parents could close their office door and actually work. We're fighting 47 Slack channels, 200 emails, and an algorithm that literally profits from our distraction. So last year, I hit a breaking point. I was working 12-hour days, feeling exhausted, but somehow getting nothing done. Sound familiar? That's when I stumbled onto something crazy. There's this concept in computer science called attention residue, and once you understand it, you can't unsee it. Here's how it works. Every time you switch tasks, even for just 10 seconds to check a notification, your brain doesn't fully switch with you. A part of your attention is still stuck on the previous task. It's like trying to run your computer with 50 programs open. Eventually, everything slows down. But here's where it gets interesting. Silicon Valley engineers have known about this for years. In fact, they've designed every app you use to exploit this vulnerability. Instagram, designed to trigger task switching every 15 seconds. Email, the variable reward schedule is literally the same psychology as slot machines. Even your project management tools are optimized for engagement, not completion. So I asked myself, if they can create an algorithm to hijack my attention, can I create one to take it back? Enter the Focus algorithm, and no, this isn't another productivity hack that lasts 3 days. This is an actual framework that works with your brain chemistry, not against it. It's built on 3 core principles. Principle number 1, batch your chaos. Stop trying to stay on top of everything in real time. That's impossible. Instead, create 3 designated chaos windows each day. 9:30 a.m., check everything. Email, Slack, messages. 1 p.m., check everything again. 4:30 p.m., final check outside these windows. You're in deep work mode. Everything else can wait 2-3 hours. I promise, nobody's dying in your DMs. Principle number 2, single thread your brain. This one's counterintuitive. You need to become worse at multitasking. Here's the hack. For every task, assign 1 input and 1 output. Writing a report, input and research document, output or draft. Nothing else exists. Creating a presentation, input, source data, output, source slides. The moment you open a second tab, second document, second anything, you've broken the thread. Start over. Principle number 3, algorithm audit. This is the game changer. Every Sunday, spend 15 minutes asking, which apps did I use most? Which ones actually moved my goals forward? Which ones just made me feel busy? Then ruthlessly cut or restrict the time wasters. And yes, that includes LinkedIn if all you're doing is watching motivational videos while avoiding real work. I know what you're thinking, but I need to be responsive. My boss expects instant replies. Here's the truth bomb. Nobody actually expects instant replies. They expect good work. There's a massive difference. When I implemented this system, my response time went from 5 minutes to 2 hours. And my performance reviews went UP because I was finally delivering quality instead of just being available. Let me show you what this actually looks like in practice. Before the Focus algorithm, 12-hour workdays, 4 hours of actual work, constant stress and anxiety, projects taking weeks after the Focus algorithm, 6-hour workdays, 5.5 hours of deep work, clear boundaries, better sleep, projects done in days. But don't just take my word for it. I've tested this with over 500 people, from software engineers to marketing managers to founders running startups. Sarah, a product manager, cut her meeting time by 60% and shipped 2 features in the time it used to take her to ship 1. Marcus, a content creator, doubled his output while working half the hours. And Priya went from feeling constantly overwhelmed to getting promoted because she finally had the mental space to think strategically instead of just reacting all day. The average person who implements this system sees 3x increase in deep work hours, 50% reduction in context switching, 2-3 hours back in their day. And here's the big one, 80% report feeling less anxious about work. All right, so here's where I actually give you the tools to make this happen. I've put together a complete Focus Algorithm Toolkit, totally free. It includes the weekly algorithm audit template, my personal batching schedule that you can customize, a list of every app I use and don't use, and why, the notification kill switch guide, and a 30-day implementation challenge with daily prompts. Link is in the description. Grab it now before you get distracted. I'm serious. Your algorithm is already trying to pull you away. Here's my challenge to you. Pick one principle, just one. Try it for 48 hours. If you're skeptical about batching, start there. If single threading sounds impossible, prove yourself wrong. If you think you don't have time for an audit, that's probably the sign you need it most. Because here's the thing, the algorithm isn't going away. Tech companies will keep optimizing for your attention. Your workplace will keep adding more tools, more meetings, more Slack channels. The question is, are you going to let the algorithm control you, or are you going to hack it? If this video helped you, do me a favor, share it with one person who's struggling right now, that coworker who's always stressed, that friend who says they're so busy but never seems to get anything done, and obviously subscribe if you want more content on taking control of your work, your time, and your brain in this absolute chaos we call modern life. Drop a comment and tell me which principle you're trying first. I read every single one and I'll be in there sharing tips. Now get off YouTube and go do some deep work. I believe in you.